Hello everybody, my name is Julian and today I will be giving you tips and tricks for the Malaysian University English test called the MUET. So this is intended for people who are going to take the MUET in 2025 uh, and yeah, I will be showing you guys how to actually do well even though English will be your second language. Okay, so I will be trying to share all the tips and tricks in as a simple way as possible using simple English so that you guys can understand um, the key uh, concepts on how to actually ace your listening comprehension test. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. So you take a look at this. This is just a sample question for the listening portion. So listening portion is over here. Um, so I am not sure if they changed it, but according to past year's papers, there are five different listening passages. Part one, part two, part three, part four, and part five over here. Right. So they're all over here. So you listen to the recording twice, and you just need to answer the paper. So we have all of these questions, right? And the multiple choice answers. So the first tip I will give you is you need to highlight the keywords. Okay, first step, highlight the keywords on the question. Okay, so for example, the keyword for this one is this place. Like, I'm not gonna pronounce that, but this place. Like, so it's asking for why. So for the reasons. Okay, so that's an example. Okay, that's tip number one. Tip number two is you have to read the different questions in advance. Why do I say this? Because the listening comprehension consists of two recordings. Okay, the first recording is for you to understand the whole story, right? To understand the big picture. The second portion is for you to answer the question. Right? After understanding the whole story, you roughly can get a sense of the answer. So that is why you need to read the questions in advance and highlight the keywords before the second recording starts. So that's the second tip. And the last tip for listening passages is you need to practice before you take this. And what do I mean by practice? You actually have to practice listening comprehension passages, which are a bit more challenging than the ones or the practice papers they give you, because nowadays listening comprehension they will try to make it difficult, even though English is a second language. They will try to make it as difficult as possibly can, without trying to be unfair, right? So the next tip I'm going to show you is how do you actually practice, right? How do you practice listening? Okay, so we're going to use AI. Okay, AI to help you. Okay, because do not waste your money, right? Do not waste your money on buying guidebooks or going for tuition. They pay thousands of ringgit to listen to classes. It's a waste of time. So I'm going to share you guys the free way to practice. Okay, the free way. So all you need to do is you need to go to this platform. This is basically Gemini. Okay, it's basically AI. Okay, so AI will help you okay, craft out the listening passage for you, okay, and they will help you create the questions, right? And you can put whatever difficulty you want, right? So I'm going to teach you guys how to use AI to help you with listening comprehension. Okay, could be really simple. Okay, so ask Gemini. Okay, I want to create a listening comprehension passage. Okay, so this is the first sentence here, right? What do you want to ask the AI to do? You ask the AI to give you a listening comprehension passage, right? You can just copy and paste what I'm writing right now. Okay, so I want to create a listening comprehension passage. Okay, the passage is about the passage. You can create it about anything. Um, create anything. I'm gonna keep the passage uh rather simpler, nothing too complicated. Um, Usually for really harder listening comprehension passages, they will tend to use a lot of things that you may not know about. For example, something related to government, housing, energy, scientific related passages. They are a bit more complicated. So for now, we're just going to try to keep it simple. Okay. So we're going to create a rather normal difficulty paper. Okay. So let's say the passage is about um, um the passage is about uh I don't know, Samuel's life in school, something like that. It can be anything. Okay, so we're gonna keep it like that. So now we need to talk about the difficulty. Okay, we're gonna talk about the difficulty of the paper. So difficulty of paper. Okay, so you want to create the difficulty of the paper. I keep it as 3 out of 5, which is about a normal difficulty paper. So we're gonna put that. Okay, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down. Okay, we're gonna look at the past year's paper, right? They'll probably give it to you. So usually there are how many questions? There's about 7 questions. Right, 7 questions, something like that. Yeah, about 7 questions for each passage. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna write down. Okay, make 7 questions. Make 7 questions, and this is really important because there's only 3 multiple choice. Okay, so you only put 3. Okay, and 3 multiple choice answers for each question. Okay, so this is basically how you create the listening comprehension passage, right? So let's try out and see what the AI will give us. Okay, so listening passage about Samuel's life in school. Difficulty is normal difficulty, 7 questions and 3 multiple choice answers for each question. Okay, okay. So yep, there we go. So we asked the AI, right, to help us produce the passage for us. Okay. So now, if you want to create um, right, the answers, okay, you can create it and then later you can come back for this, right? So just all you need to do is ask the AI, make the answers, okay, show us the answers for all the questions. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see it properly, but they highlight it in bold, you see. See, so this is the highlighted portion, math and science. Okay, stuff like that. So let's go through the passage. Okay, so the passage is not a very long one, right? So there's a good amount of difficult words and a bit simple to understand in between. So this is a bit of a normal difficulty, right? Right. So how do you check if the AI is uh right? So like all this stuff here, the answers. Okay. So yeah, so this is how you can get the questions for free. Okay. So now I'm going to teach you guys how to actually apply it. Okay, the actual listening. So the next step, okay, the next step is you need to go to free text to speech. Okay, see, you see this free text to speech. Okay, so basically you want to copy and paste. Okay, so copy and paste. Okay, copy and paste into this um into the free text to speech. Okay, so now all you need to do is to go to the AI voice, right, and use um any voice you want as long as it's sounds okay. I choose this guy, Derek, right? You can choose go to any website, it's up to you. um Totally up to you on whatever voice you want, but you want a voice that is more normal voice. Okay, so we're gonna try and listen to this, right?
Samuel was a bright student, but school wasn't always easy. He excelled in math and science, finding the logic and patterns fascinating. However, English class was a constant struggle. He found it difficult to grasp the nuances of grammar and punctuation, and writing essays felt like an insurmountable challenge. Despite his struggles, Samuel was determined to succeed. He spent extra hours in the library, poring over grammar books and seeking help from his teacher. He also joined the school debate club, hoping to improve his speaking and presentation skills. While initially nervous, he discovered a hidden passion for public speaking. The challenge of articulating his thoughts and engaging with his opponents ignited a newfound confidence within him. Samuel learned that academic success wasn't just about grades. It was about perseverance, identifying his weaknesses, and finding strategies to overcome them. He realized that learning was a journey, not a race, and that every challenge presented an opportunity for growth.
Right, so there you have it. That is how um that is that is basically how you do listening comprehension, okay, for the MUET, right? You do not need to pay a lot of money to go for tuition, right? You don't need to waste your time. You use AI to help you create the questions, and then you practice listening um, and try to find out the answers. And the AI will give you the answers to the questions. So it's basically free. You do not need to pay anything. Yeah, that's it. So now we're going to be trying to go for a more difficult question. Okay, we're going to try it a bit more difficult, and let's see how many correct answers you guys get. Right. So I'm gonna go back to the AI. Okay, we're gonna copy and paste this same thing. Okay, right. So now this time we're gonna make it a bit more challenging. Now we're gonna talk about uh let's talk about the let's make it a bit more difficult. We're gonna talk about the geopolitical geopolitical landscape in Malaysia. This is a bit more challenging. We're gonna make the difficulty about a 4 out of 5, a bit more difficult. Okay, same thing. Okay, and then at the end, provide the answers for the questions. Okay, at the end, provide the answers for the questions to the questions. Right. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. So we're gonna copy and paste the full thing here. Okay. And then we're gonna go back to this. Okay. Okay. Let's go.
Malaysia, a multi-ethnic and multi-religious nation, occupies a strategic position in Southeast Asia, straddling the Malay Peninsula and the northern coast of Borneo. This geographical advantage has historically shaped its geopolitical landscape, influencing its foreign policy and domestic politics. Malaysia's foreign policy is characterized by a commitment to non-alignment, emphasizing peaceful coexistence and cooperation with all nations, regardless of their political systems. It actively participates in regional organizations such as ASEAN, playing a crucial role in promoting regional stability and economic integration. However, Malaysia faces several geopolitical challenges, including maritime disputes in the South China Sea, the rise of extremism, and the impact of global economic fluctuations. Domestically, Malaysia's ethnic diversity presents both opportunities and challenges. While its multiculturalism is a source of national pride, it also necessitates careful political management to ensure social harmony and prevent the exacerbation of ethnic tensions. The delicate balance between the rights and interests of the various ethnic groups, namely Malays, Chinese, and Indians, has been a defining feature of Malaysian politics since its independence. Furthermore, Malaysia's economic development strategy, while successful in lifting millions out of poverty, has also led to growing income inequality and environmental concerns. Balancing economic growth with social equity and environmental sustainability remains a key challenge for the nation. Questions. What is a key factor influencing Malaysia's geopolitical landscape? A. Its landlocked location. B. Its homogeneous population. C. Its strategic geographical position. Which of the following best describes Malaysia's foreign policy? A. Aggressive expansionism. B. Rigid adherence to alliances. C. Commitment to non-alignment. What are some of the geopolitical challenges facing Malaysia? A. Lack of natural resources. B. Internal conflicts and regional instability. C. Overpopulation and rapid urbanization. What is a significant challenge arising from Malaysia's ethnic diversity? A. Lack of cultural exchange. B. Maintaining social harmony and preventing ethnic tensions. C. Limited economic opportunities for minority groups. What is a key challenge for Malaysia's economic development?
Yeah, so of course there are other free platforms, but I think I've ran out of the free use. You can go to anything pretty much, and you can ask the AI to help you with it. And yeah, so you can find other websites that are free. It's just not this. I just found this online just now. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys uh can use these tips to help you out with your listening exam. And I'll catch you in another video. All right. Thank you, everybody. Take care.